All right. Welcome back, everyone. Not even 5 minutes after we finished the last recording session. I got nothing new to share with you, so we're just going to hop back in it.
5 whole minutes and nothing new? Wow.
I'm sorry.
Also, it hasn't been 5 minutes.
It hasn't even been 5 minutes.
It's been more like it's been more like
a minute
barely triple-digit number of seconds.
All right. That just about wraps it up for this unit. Hope you all learned at least a little bit. I'd like you to note that the syllabus has been updated. We're going to be doing 12th Night next, not Romeo and Juliet. Your libraries all have a copy of it already, but your homework for tonight is to not read the script. Don't read it at all. Don't even look at it. We're going to be watching the 22 movie version in class tomorrow, because theater is meant to be seen. Then we'll look at the script. That is all. That's a great way of doing it, actually. Wait, this was written like a good while before 2022. Was there a version of 12th Night that came out in 2022?
Yeah, I wonder.
Does Christine Love get like future prediction points? Strange. I normally get cut off by the lunch bell ringing. I guess I must be getting better at my timing. Nolan I guess approves of this homework.
Not to my knowledge, there wasn't. I mean, there were plenty of productions going on.
Oh, right.
Not like a movie release.
Unfortunate. Oh, well. Anyway.
Wait, why aren't we doing Romeo and Juliet? Is it because of Isabella? Holy shit.
All right, you can all go for lunch a couple minutes early. Have fun. There's a loud clamor as everyone leaves the classroom at once, same as always. And same as always, there are students staying behind. But lately it's been less than before.
Hey sis, I can't stick around today. Miss Mighton wants to see me now for some stupid reason. I'll see you later, okay? Of course, it's not a problem. Good luck with her. Yeah, I'll need it. Laters. I guess it's just us then.
Yeah. I take up my own lunch and start to eat quietly. And Charlotte does the same. An awkward silence hangs in the air, though.
So...
Hey, Nolan?
Sorry, I came in so aggressively and it's not actually aggressive.
Nolan, I'd like to apologize for treating you so poorly earlier. It's just that things have been really rough for me and I took that out on you. I'm sorry, I was a jerk. I really want to be on good terms with you again. Can we talk about it, please? I really want to put this behind us so we could be friends again.
Yeah, what up? She stops uncomfortably, and I can tell she wants to say something, but can't bring herself to. All right, not right now, though. I'm with Akira. We can talk later.
So, how is 12th Night? Is it good?
I guess it depends on whether or not you like Shakespeare. That's not a helpful...
Is it good? I guess it depends on whether or not you think it's good. Wow. Yeah, kind of. He's not as bad as everyone says, anyway.
Well, then you'll probably find it very funny.
Ah, that's good.
12th Night. Have I read 12th Night?
I have not.
No. More silence. That's obviously not what she really wanted to ask.
What was the one I saw a really good adaptation of? What's the one with the fairies?
Fucking, I don't know.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, Midsummer Night. Yeah.
I saw a really good adaptation of Midsummer Night's Dream where the only props were umbrellas and every character had an umbrella on them.
Huh.
And yet it was really good. There was all this like umbrella dancing and like psychedelic colored umbrellas and like lights going on. And like it really sold the otherworldly, outside the norm aspect of things.
Huh.
And folks were really good at using the umbrellas to be different things. Like, oh, like now we're fighting or whatever. Oh, now it's like something else. Now it's, I don't know.
Okay.
An umbrella of emotion.
I'm kind of when it comes to Shakespeare, I'm kind of a basic bitch. Like, the most fun I've had, I think, was with the Whedon adaptation of Much Ado Without Nothing. That was what really helped me find a lot of the humor in it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's really funny. That's good. That's good. Although I am a noted fan of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead.
Yeah.
So the extended Shakespeare universe. No, I just think Tom Stoppard's really great.
Of course, you should put him over me. That's all right. I'm really glad that you're happy with him, by the way. I was so worried because I know you're not gay, but I'm glad you're able to make him happy in spite of that. Can't be easy. That's very brave of you. Why don't we get together Monday at lunch? There's still some things I need to say that I think need to be said in person.
I can't take this anymore. I'm just going to ask her. Is there something wrong, Charlotte?
No, not at all. I'm fine.
I give her a look.
It's just, this is a weird question, Mr. Rook, but do you think she was telling the truth?
Who?
Oh, Kendall. She said she was going to talk to a teacher, but do you think maybe she was just lying so she could avoid me?
Okay, I understand. Let's do that. I'm taken aback by the question. I don't think so, of course, but why would she think that? Why do you ask that? Does she seem like she would do that?
I don't know, but even now that we're talking again, she always seems so reluctant to actually really talk with me.
It's a date then.
We never really say anything of value, and it always feels like she's uncomfortable being with me. And it's not like she's talking to me on Ami either.
I guess that's true now that you mention it. Although I don't think her understanding is quite right. Well, as much as anyone can understand Kendall.
I don't think she actually can stand me anymore. I feel like I should just talk to her and tell her that she doesn't have to make excuses.
Would you really do that?
No, because I'm selfish.
Selfish? She stops as if only now she's realized what she's been saying. As if only now she realizes how emotionally vulnerable she clearly is.
Promise not to repeat a word of this, Mr. Rook?
Of course not, unless you were... Except for... Wait, never mind. We've already established we don't have mandatory reporting, so yeah, of course. But she still has trouble coming up with the words.
Were you aware that we used to be a couple? We only broke up a few weeks ago.
Well, I have to stop myself from saying of course. I have to give it a moment's thought. I knew it, of course, but how did I know it? Did I read about it on Ami Connect, or did someone also mention it in front of me? Here's the thing. We can also be like, you've been talking about it in front of us and getting, reading between the lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say that we knew.
Yeah.
Because, they've been talking about how they're not talking with one another here in the classroom in front of us.
Yeah.
It's a little hard not to know, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever had a perfect thing before, Mr. Rook, and ruined it?
Oh, man, what a question. More than once, actually. I'd love to say it gets easier, but it really doesn't.
No, I'd imagine not. Still, I miss everything about the way things were. Kendall is just so perfect.
Are you still in love with her?
I don't know. How can you tell when you're in love? Is it just like all the songs or all the movies? If it's not like that, does it mean I'm not in love?
Huh, tough questions.
Yeah, tell me about it. All I know is that I can't bring myself to give up on her, even though she's clearly not interested in me anymore.
And Kendall is still clearly interested in her. But we can't tell her that. We can't. Oh, and we also shouldn't be playing matchmaker anyway.
Yeah.
Just from a moral standpoint.
This is not a teacher's job.
I think it's our job to listen when students come to us with concerns, but we're not like licensed therapists.
Yep. Maybe that's how you know it's love, because it makes me act awful.
Huh, I stare at her, giving it a long, thoughtful pause. She's wrong, of course. She seems unusually dense as well. I can tell that Kendall wouldn't be friendly just for the sake of appearances. I think anyone could tell that. What she sees in her, I have no idea, and I don't want to play either matchmaker or cheerleader for teenage girls.
Good!
But I don't get how she could be so wrong.
And then he plays matchmaker anyway.
I don't think he's playing matchmaker. I think he's just trying to, offer a helpful suggestion. And, I think there's a difference between offering a helpful suggestion in context of their conversation and actively trying to... I don't know. Again, maybe it's really not our place, but she, we did open ourselves up for our students to talk to us, so... Why not just ask if she wants to get back together? She seems stunned at the proposition.
I don't think you understand, Mr. Rook. I was the one who broke up with her. If anyone has to make the move, it's her. It's out of my hands.
Well, what's the harm in trying? What's the worst that could happen?
I could lose her. I could cause her to just finally stop even trying to put up with me at all. I can't.
She takes a long, deep sigh, trying her hardest to calm herself back down. I feel bad for getting her so worked up. I guess that wasn't the right approach for her at all. Damn it.
I don't want to lose her.
Well, I pause again considering my approach. You said you weren't sure what love feels like, right?
That's right.
Well, in my experience, it means you know it's worth the risk. Love means you'll try anyway, even if you know for absolute certain you'll get shot down, because you have to. In all my experience, that's what it seems love is really all about. So I think that's what it comes down to. Are you still in love with her? She's silent, and I can't tell if she's contemplating the question or just thinks that I'm crazy. Probably a little bit of both. She looks down, and there's a long silence. Neither of us says a word, and I don't know what to say. For what feels like the longest time without saying anything, at long last Kendall returns.
Sorry, bro. Am I interrupting anything?
Charlotte takes a moment to calm down.
No, not at all. We were just talking about the play we're going to study. Aw, balls. Already? For reals?
I'm afraid so. It's time to get to class.
Yeah. Obvo.
She starts to leave just as soon as she came, and Charlotte starts packing up too. Hey, Charlotte?
Yes, Mr. Rook?
Then I try to think of what to tell her.
Wish her good luck is a much better choice than trust me, it's gonna work.
Good luck, Charlotte.
Thanks, Mr. Rook.
Yeah, that's just not appropriate.
Yeah.
That's just...
So much of what's going on here is not appropriate.
And again, that not appropriate is part of what we're meant to be feeling, right?
Yep.
Like, that is part of what is being... the author wants us to feel. She turns and walks off to join Kendall. I lean back, staring at what's left of my lunch, half of it still left sitting on my desk. What an intense conversation. Never thought about Charlotte that way before. She's always just been the smart, focused one. Can only wonder how things will work out, but I sure hope it's well. That evening. Still my work cut out for me thanks to my sudden last-minute major lesson change. Definitely starting to regret this, but I don't have nearly enough prepared.
Wow, he's really taking it seriously, isn't he? Yeah, wow, for reals.
Wait, do they think we don't take this seriously? Wonder what my own high school teachers would have done. I know the answer. Wasted several entire days by getting the class to read the entire play out loud.
Classic.
Determined not to do that. I'm not going to be that kind of lazy prick. No one learns anything that way, they just get more confused. Is that true? I feel like reading aloud on this channel has helped me understand and internalize so much more of what we're reading.
Yeah, you don't get called on in class and told, okay, you read this chunk. Okay,
Right.
you read this chunk. Okay, you read this chunk. And we discuss and think as we go. This isn't so not that.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just like legitimately for me at least, the act of reading aloud helps me so much more read things. Because I find when I'm like reading and I have to read something, it's easy to get to that thing where your eyes start kind of slipping around the page, right?
Yep.
And you're skipping entire paragraphs, and it's like forcing yourself to read it aloud not only helps me like hear it and like internalize what's going on a bit better, but it also helps me like focus and stay on point and not miss anything.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just me. I guess it would be different if it would be like being asked to read aloud wrote about something you're not following and don't really care about. Damn my standards. The next day. And the rain, it raineth. At least this time I brought my umbrella with me. I'm not going to make that mistake twice. Anything new on 12chan? Nope. First to arrive is... Oh, that's surprising. Hey, Ariana, you're usually not here this early.
Yeah, I guess not.
Right, her hair is black. And... Sorry, I just... Because on her profile, it's...
Black?
It's still black. Why did I think it was blue? Because she's wearing blue in her profile and she's smiling and she's not smiling. Right, okay, sorry. It was the blue. I not good at faces and I remember based on colors and superficial things. Don't fucking judge me, asshole.
I won't. I refuse to judge you. Actually, I came here to talk to you.
Oh, well, how can I help you? She approaches closely, and I can't help but think of her prior advances.
I'm alone, Mr. Rook. Completely alone. With Isabella gone, I'm in such a bad place right now, I can't stand it.
Okay. They were best friends, weren't they? This must be hitting her really badly. I can't imagine what that would be like.
Last night, I found myself thinking I don't have any homework, so it'd be a great night for hanging out with Isabella, just watching TV or something, but no, I can't, because she's gone. I really need someone to be here for me. Is that so wrong, Mr. Rook? Are you saying I don't deserve it?
Ariana, I'm your teacher. Let me preempt you there by saying it's important we keep a professional relationship.
I don't care. I don't need another teacher. I don't need a professional relationship. I need a friend. Do you not know how that feels? You don't have to do anything like that. I just want a hug, Mr. Rook, and someone to tell me that things will be okay, that I'll be fine without her. Is that too much to ask for? Is that really more than I deserve?
Is that really more than I deserve, she asks me. That's harsh.
The way this is phrased sucks.
Yep.
Is that more than you deserve? No, but that doesn't mean it's an appropriate, necessarily thing for a teacher to do.
Right, there's a difference there, but also I think part of her has to know that, right?
Yep.
Because when you're coming in like this, you do think about what's the best way to get the reaction I want at it. Where are the best weak points I can apply?
Yep.
Is that really more than I deserve? I mean, we're gonna say yes because I feel like if we say it's not too much, that's gonna be then that's gonna mean that we do it, and I don't. We can't do that. I get what she's saying, but
Yep.
even in that, you can't do that. The teacher cannot be that kind of friend for you. It was awkward enough in some schools where because my mother was a teacher, there were teachers I knew that were family friends, right? Who I had known and spent time around. And when I got to their class, it's you have to create that barrier again.
Yeah.
It's not professional otherwise. Shit. Well, I guess we got to say yes.
All right, let's see what happens.
Or would you rather say
Let's
it?
see what happens.
I'm sorry, Honor, but that's just not really appropriate.
So there we go. That was better.
That was
better than just saying yes. You don't deserve.
Yes. Okay. That's what I was worried.
Yeah. Fine.
Once again, she storms off an emotional fit, and I feel just terrible for her. I just really hope I didn't make things worse for her. I hope she's okay. I really hope she does eventually manage to find a friend to talk to. All I can do is sit at my desk quietly and wait for everyone to come.
Good morning, Mr. Rook.
Hello, Charlotte. You'll be happy to hear that this time I did actually remember my umbrella.
Haha, good work.
Really isn't very pleasant weather, though. I'm glad all we're doing today is watching a movie.
Weather like this really wears down on your spirits, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's it exactly. Behind her, the rest of the class slowly starts to trudge in. Apparently, no one else is enthused about the weather either.
Hey, Mr. Rook, is it possible that I could speak to you after class?
Yes, although I'm going to regret it.
You've got to help me out, Taylor. When it comes to men, I'm the world's biggest pussy. I'd ask Isabella for help, but, well, it just sucks. No matter what I do, the guy I like just keeps turning down my advances, and I keep backing away meekly. You make it look so easy. How do you pull it off?
Okay, good. So she's fine. Today?
Oh, sorry. If that's bad, then don't...
No, it's fine. I'm not in any hurry to go out in that rain again. I was just double checking.
Lol, you're kidding, right? I'm trying to get back my boyfriend through the most desperate acts possible from some pretty boy fag. And you think I'm pulling anything off? Not exactly doing any better. You could just try being a little more forceful maybe, because I know you can be shy and not all guys go for that. I don't know. Clearly I'm totally useless here. I know it's a shame that the guy you like won't return your affections, but unlike me, at least you don't have to think about how you'd rather have some fruity boy suck his dick instead of me. It can always get worse. Taylor, I was ready to give you an olive branch, and you are just... No, okay, clearly that's just a facade, huh? All right. Taylor, it's just bitch with a heart of bitch.
A frustrating enough person that it changed her boyfriend's sexual orientation.
Did it change his sexual orientation, or is he just like... I guess he did write a love poem, so yeah, I guess maybe they are doing a thing. But at least according to his profile, he still thinks of himself as straight, so I don't know. Sexuality is weird, and you don't always have to label it.
I'm straight, I'm into girls. Whoever I'm into,
they must
that
be a
counts
girl.
as a girl. That makes it straight.
Is this about what we were talking about yesterday?
No, it's not. It's about school, really. I just had some questions about,
It's okay, Charlotte. Don't worry about it. We can talk about it after school. Not a problem. Meet me in my office.
Okay, thanks. It's not all about the cock. Jeez, I just want to be with him. He's smart, he's attractive, and he only really seems to turn me down out of a sense of responsibility, which is so amazing. He's the perfect gentleman. I don't know, maybe being forceful is the way to get around that. I'm just not very good at it.
And this is why you only have meetings with your students with the door open. Of course, it's going to be about what we talked about yesterday. Who is she kidding?
3:55 p.m.
That's it for the day. Well, as far as classes go, anyway. Forceful's the way to get around that. Not very good.
What are you saying? You don't want to suck his cock? You talking about the guy I think you are?
Yes, I'm talking about the guy you're thinking of, and of course I want to suck his cock. Don't be ridiculous, Taylor. It's just that's not the important thing that I want. I want love. I want a good friend. I want to be held. I want someone to understand. And yes, I want his dick too, but I could live without that so long as he just acknowledged my affections. I know you understand how much it sucks to be ignored. Anyway, I'm sorry for bothering you.
It's fine. Misery loves company. At least you understand how awful it is for me to watch those two. There they go at it again.
Ugh. One of the a manga I really love is getting an anime adaptation right now, and if you've heard me talking about it in the Discord at all, you'll know. But one of the things about it is that it shows a relationship between a newly graduated student and her teacher, who they had been clearly building up towards over a while, and it also goes into like how it's not like done just for like, it's not even done romantically at all. It's just shows how painfully awkward and misplaced two people like that must be to have those kinds of feelings and think this is the way to get it out.
Yep.
Right. That's what I really love about it, is that it's not pretending that it doesn't happen, and it's like, even like, oh, I'm gonna wait till I graduate, and he's like, you can stop calling me sensei. I'm not your teacher anymore. And it's like, clearly they're at two different places in their life and want two different things, and I don't know. I really appreciate the view that, like, even if you think this is something you want, and even if you think doing it the quote unquote right way will make everything, it's not. Don't. What are you doing? Stop.
Akira Yamazaki thinks the actor in this movie is so cute.
I think you're cute.
OMG.
Wrong, you're. Never changed, Nolan. Never. Did Nolan update? Interested in girls? Nope. Still single, though.
Yeah.
Interesting. As far as classes go, anyway. Still pouring rain out, so it's not surprising for this time of year, but still a dreary way to end the day, to be sure. Charlotte's probably already on her way to my office, which means it's time to check 12chan.
I'm sick of people here talking about 3D girls like they're anything but absolutely worthless. 2D girls are never ugly. 2D girls won't break up with you because they're PMSing. 2D girls don't only talk about bitchy vapid things. 2D girls don't lead you on and act like total fucking prudes when you get serious. 2D girls don't make you buy them things constantly. 2D girls don't ignore you while bitching about how they can never find nice guys. 2D virgin girls actually exist. 2D girls are there for your comfort, not demanding attention constantly. 2D girls don't expect every man to be like out of some vapid romantic comedy. So don't say you could touch 3D girls like you would want to touch that pig disgusting shit.
Yes, we really care about your lame-ass copy pasta. I'm really glad you saved this and posted it again, because it's the first time we've ever seen it. And it's not like it's some pathetic virgin fag bullshit that really shows your inability to be a proper functioning human being or anything.
Son, I'm disappointed. Stupid misogynist bullshit. Lol, cool story, bro.
Oh shit, now that is a real man. Who's that in the reaction image?
Lol, what? That's Humphrey motherfucking Bogart's son. He was one badass motherfucker, and unlike this pussy OP, he did romantic comedies and didn't afraid of anything.
This thread is now about Humphrey Bogart's manly glare.
Fuck romantic comedies. I'm a lesbian. Nobody makes them for me. What's the goddamned point?
So am I. God, you don't have to want to fuck the guy just to enjoy a cute story. You're gonna deny the hotness of Audrey Hepburn just to make some big dyke statement for reals?
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Fag here, and I'm not gonna deny the hotness of Audrey Hepburn either.
See, he knows the score.
Lol.
Real talk, though, what's up with them all being so formulaic? It's always all about the will she, won't she, and everything's just all perfect and awesome at the end. I mean, real life has more problems than just, but are we in love, bro?
True story. But it's silly. It's just silly escapism. It's not supposed to be like real life. It's supposed to be about squeeing over how hot the girl and how relationships can be cute and awesome.
But they're still formulaic.
Yeah, not always. A lot are pretty clever, but there's always the formula. It's just how it is.
So what you're saying is then that they're the movie version of copy pasta. Oh shit.
Well, that's enough dawdling from me. I believe it's time to go.
Hi, Mr. Rook.
Hello, Charlotte. Why don't you have a seat and we'll talk about what you're having trouble with? She sits down.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mr. Rook. Look.
I wanted to talk to you about that big creative assignment since it's due in only a few weeks now.
That's what she says, but even for a keener like Charlotte, I kind of doubt that's true. Keener?
Is that a Canadian word?
Is that a Canadianism? Oh, hold on, we're learning Canadianisms right now.
Like, I obviously know what it means from context, but
right,
I feel like I've never heard that.
I had spent at least 1 year of university in Canada, and I've never heard anyone use this.
Yeah, it's a Canada word.
A person who's extremely eager, zealous, or enthusiastic. Yep. Really, Charlotte? There's no need to be shy about it. I know it's about Kendall.
What makes you say yes? Okay, it is. Of course it is. It's just I know you said you thought I should try approaching her, but I keep worrying if I'm not better off just being friends anyway. There was always a lot of tension, you know?
Here's a question. Does this school not have a guidance counselor? Like, most schools have a dedicated adult you can talk to about this, whose job it is to know how to talk about these things and to actually have these kinds of conversations with teenagers. Not just random literature teachers.
On the flip side, did you ever talk to the school guidance counselor? Did it ever go well?
I did talk to my school guidance counselor. It never went poorly, but it definitely don't think it helped in the way I wanted it to.
I didn't. It went terribly. All the school guidance counselors I talked to made everything much worse.
Yeah, because because like they also have obligations to do stuff with what you tell them.
But also just like reacted to things shittily, like, oh, you're depressed? I'm going to assume you're using drugs and make it all about that.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, I don't know how to tell you. That has nothing to do with it. I'm not cool enough to use drugs. I'm just really sad and need someone to talk to about it. And now you're giving me some dare bullshit. Cool.
That's so weird because that's so different from my experience. Yeah. We went to the same high school at the same time, so I don't know how that's possible. But I won't say that they were helpful, but like better, I guess. Honestly, I was also in therapy since I was like 14. So
Yeah.
I also like had professionals I could talk to about things on and off. Not like constantly, but like I started and then kept going back and on and back and on and back. Anyway, therapists. I know what that's like. Was it worth it?
Maybe. I don't know. Understand the last time we were together, my academics did sort of suffer. I actually failed an exam last year.
Your academic suffering is failing one exam? Fuck, that's great.
Is this another one of those things where I'm like, oh, her academics suffered. She failed an exam. Wow.
That's so good. If that's your failure, then you are fine, kid. What was it? A YouTuber I watch who primarily does Splatoon content, but is also like a teacher, was talking about like how to feel about students who aren't always doing great in class. And he was like, yeah, it's more important. Like do the assignments, get stuff, and get your stuff done. But like, if you know what you want to do with life when you're in high school and you're spending more time focusing on that, missing an assignment or two or like failing a test here and there is not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's not to say don't try to learn what they're putting in front of you, but like, it's okay to have more priorities than just make number big as possible. Which I think is the healthy way to look at it. Those numbers aren't going to mean shit in a little while.
Yeah.
But the skills that you learn and what you take interest in while you have this time to like to express and explore things with as little outside pressure as possible, that is going to be important and stay with you for a long time. So if you're missing one test or one homework assignment here or there, that ain't the end of the world. And don't pretend that it if you're thinking that it is, you need to, I don't know how to help you with that, but like you should probably chill a little bit. Chill, Bill. You? Really? Sorry, I don't want to be mean. It's just shocking.
That's why I worry. My parents were not thrilled about that, and she was always pressuring me into, well, you know how she is, right? She always wanted me to be more carefree like her, and I do really like that about her, but...
She trails off, and I'm not sure what she was even going to say. But what?
But I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but she definitely brings out someone else in me.
Is that a bad thing? There's a very long pause. Charlotte appears lost in thought, apparently unsure of herself.
She always said she liked me better when I did, and she's a person I do very much respect the opinion of. That's the best answer I can give. What do you think that means?
I don't know.
Love is complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, tell me about it. It's another long silence, and neither of us really have anything to add to that. It's not awkward, it's just, what is there to say? The worry doesn't leave her face, and I can tell she's not happy that there aren't any answers. But I mean, what the hell do I know about high school lesbian drama? I don't even get normal women at all. This is just past me, man. I barely understand. If you're having boy troubles, I could offer something from experience at least. Like, what the fuck experience do I have with someone like Kendall? There has to be something I can say. I can't just let her go without helping like I did with Nolan. Again, we're like...
That went fine, though.
Yeah! That'd just be mean to get her worked up about it. That'd be completely useless. Not gonna lie, Charlotte, I don't really understand your situation at all. Your relationship with her is completely out of my experience.
Oh.
All I can say is... I don't think it's worth it. I think you think you'll be better off with her.
I don't think it's worth it kind of sucks.
Yeah, that just sucks.
Yeah.
But I think bringing attention to like how she is thinking about this, right? I think that's at least helpful. But if you truly do still respect her opinion so much, if you really do love her and like how she makes you act, then maybe you should try asking yourself what she would encourage you to do. She sits there thinking about it with a blank expression on her face, evaluating what I've just said. I hope it's not crazy. I really hope that was reasonable.
I suppose that's the question, isn't it? I think I do, but
Another long pause.
even if I'm sometimes uncomfortable, with her, it's always been worth it in the end. Always. She just makes everything better. Even me.
And what do you think you'll do then?
Well, I'm still scared to act. I don't want to come to her and try to get back together when I was the one who screwed things up.
And then what can I say? I mean, I know what Kendall really wants, but I can't explain why I know that. What should I say? These are the only options?
The only options. What we gonna pick? What we gonna pick?
We can't say, trust me, she'd want you to. We absolutely cannot say that.
So we say that I guess it's time to move on?
Well, I mean, if she's not going to... Well, I mean, yeah, if you're not going to take the risk to put yourself out there, then what do you...
Fair enough.
You know, I think that's fair to say, like, a relationship is not a one-sided risk-taking. If you want to be in a relationship with someone, there is a risk there. And if you're not willing to take that risk, then yeah, you should... If you're not willing to take that risk for that relationship, then it's time you move on.
Fair enough.
Well, then I guess all you can really do is move on.
Yeah, you're right. That's what she'd want, after all, for me to just get over myself and let her move on too, instead of creating awkward obligations for her.
Another long, awkward pause, and all I can think is that, no, she's wrong, that's not what she wants, but I can't exactly say that now, can I?
I guess I should be on my way home then. I'll have to think about it more. But thanks for talking to me about it, Mr. Rook. I really appreciate that.
Well, good luck. She gets up.
Thanks.
Take care of yourself.
I'll try. Goodbye, Mr. Rook.
As I watch her leave, I can only wonder one thing. Did I do the right thing there? I have no clue. Next morning. Thankfully, the weather is much nicer this morning. The sun is shining, the air is crisp, and it's hard to feel too terrible, which is good because I've got my work cut out for me with this lecture for today. The class slowly files in like it was just any other day. I look at Charlotte, who at least seems to be holding up okay. She smiles and shrugs at me. I guess really that's all that can be said. End of chapter 4. Do you want to go for another one?
Yeah, these chapters have been getting shorter. Or we've been
Either
going
that
on
or
less
we've been
tangents.
bullshitting less.
Which is unfortunate. We got to crank that shit up.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, the whole subplot seems funny at the time. Sure, it's all at his expense and really pretty cruel, but we laugh anyway. But tell me, what do you think of the ending? Is it funny at all? Do you think it's the main characters who get the last laugh? Or is there something more uncomfortable about it? Anyone can answer. What do you think? Just whatever your first impression was. Come on, anyone? Who do you think gets the last laugh here? Desu on 2 legs. Oh, God.
Whoa!
By the end of the day, I'm just positively worn out. It's just been one of those days. Boom, 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 boom. Bom, 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 bom. No? No Pink Floyd joke? Do, 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 do. You've got to give me something here.
I giggled.
Okay. Between Taylor and Nolan. Taylor, how many times have you said this exact thing to Nolan?
A number.
I'd really like to make up with you. I've been a real jerk lately, and I want to apologize. Can we talk about what happened, please? I know it's my fault, and I'm willing to admit to that. I'd just like to still be your friend if that's possible. Can we talk about it? Wait, you actually liked that movie? I thought it was just weird.
It was funny. Instead of actually reading the play, we just watched a Shakespeare movie. Best class ever.
True.
Viola could be a gentleman, sure, but could she be a prince? I don't think so. Oji-sama. Cross-dressing, lol.
What?
Cesario, too cute,
Wait,
less than
but-
3.
He's actually a girl.
Man, whatevs. It's not hetero if he's a reverse trap. I'm into it, so it's gay. That's how this works.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, you know what? Good on you. What?
I'll explain
He's
later.
not really your type, is he? Not enough dick, I would have thought.
Stay classy, Taylor. Easy, bro. She's right. There's no such thing.
Stop it!
Lol.
Hey, Nolan. How you? Yep, still the same. Actually, this is one of the things I think is kind of different is that I think... No, never mind. I was going to say I think kids in general have a much deeper understanding of sexuality and gender than we were in high school, which is
No.
true. But I don't think they're going to be better about it.
I also am definitely not sure that's true. In the same time as some things have improved,
Yeah.
that also the massive rise in popularity of like that guy. What's the guy? I can't remember the guy's name. That's awesome. The guy who sucks.
There are so many guys who suck.
He is arrested in Romania.
Andrew Tate?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, yeah.
Massively popular with the kids.
Yeah, the
So, like,
horribly
there-
misogynistic and homophobic guy.
Yeah. So like there's some things and some folks who got better and some things and some folks who were like explicitly worse. So
Yup. Oh god. Sorry, it took me a moment to like dredge that up from the dregs of my brain.
I'm so glad I didn't remember who he was.
I don't know what it says about me that I did. By the end of the day, I'm positively worn out. It's just been one of those days. Everyone was silent every single time I had a question for the class. Not even Charlotte had my back. Halfway through the lecture, all my notes said were improvise about Toby and Maria's relationship for 10 minutes. Why would I do that to myself? It was not my finest hour. I feel ridiculous and humiliated and exhausted as I leave at the end of the day. Okay, sure, I'd like that. What do you want to talk about? Nolan, you are too good for this world. I'm thankful for how quiet the evening is as I walk home. It's beautiful out at least, so I decide to take the long way home as a consolation to myself. A small consolation, though. All I can think about is how shitty the entire school day was.
The music's really sad now, and now I'm worried.
Me too.
What I did mostly? Really rather talk to you about it in person. It's one of those things that needs to be said. Can we meet up at lunch on Monday, or are you too busy with Akira?
And we know what Taylor's been saying to Ariana about being forceful, right?
Yep.
I don't have a good feeling about that.
I can't say I really understood what that literature lecture was all about.
I can't help but wonder if I'm just not cut out for this job. I can never get my students to engage with the work. I don't know if I'm actually teaching anything. Nah, he'll understand. Monday's good. And most ridiculous of all, I spend more time dealing with student drama than the fucking curriculum. I think maybe it's just about time to conclude that my life is going to suck no matter what I do with it.
Not even the great Charlotte can understand it. What hope did the rest of us have?
I don't really mean that. I'm not about to get depressed about it. I'm way too old for that. I just sure wish I could reach my students is all. It's killing me.
It's a date then.
She said that again.
Ah!
Lol, yeah.
That's all that's on my mind as I walk home. I'm so distracted it's not for a while that I notice the sound of footsteps. Footsteps behind me. It's otherwise a perfectly quiet evening, save for the footsteps following behind me. It's almost a little eerie. After a few minutes, I finally yield to my curiosity and turn my head over my shoulder to see who's there. Strange. Utterly strange. Both the outfit and because these side streets are always empty. And she must have been following for a good 5 minutes now. I just keep walking. Was that Ari?
I don't know.
In a kimono in Canada in fall.
There's an anime con on, right? That's what it's gonna be.
Maybe.
Why?
Why what? She's got red eyes, though. We haven't seen anyone with red eyes.
Yeah.
Orange eyes there.
Why didn't you stop her? Why? Why?
What? Is she talking to me? I can keep walking.
Her spirit isn't at rest. Why did you let her die?
That strikes a nerve. Confused and baffled, I turn to face her. What? Are you talking to me? She says nothing but nods. Leave me alone, please. I don't know what on earth you're talking about. I turn back and keep walking, but then she responds and I can't help but shiver.
Isabella.
Shocked to hear her name, I turn around intent on confronting this strange, creepy woman, but she's nowhere to be seen. Just completely and utterly vanished. What? I don't know what the hell to think as I hurriedly walk back home, but none of it is good. I find myself unsettled by the whole thing to absolutely no end. Also, I don't think that's true. We did as much as we could. Like, when she didn't show up, we tried to go look for her, and I guess the only other thing we could have we could have reported it.
Yeah.
I ended up dwelling on it all weekend. 11:50 a.m., Monday. It's really important that if you haven't started to think about what you're going to do for the big creative project, that you think about it now. Hey, bro, 2 things. 1, what time did you say we're going to meet tomorrow? Just want to be sure, don't want to stand around awkwardly for like an hour again. 2, do you mind if I spend lunch on Monday with Taylor? Sounds like she wants to apologize for being such a bitch. Would be nice.
No, not a problem at all. It's totes okay. Really hope that turns out well for you, given what you told me about her. And lol, yeah, let's not repeat the last date. Winky face. We said 2 p.m.
Okay, thanks. They're due in 2 weeks, so if you don't at least know what you're doing, you need to figure it out immediately. You can talk to me after class if need be. There's no homework for tonight other than studying for the test tomorrow. I'm finished early again. Before I thought it was just because I was planning better. Now I just wonder if my classes aren't getting shorter and shorter. That's my bad. Alright, well that's it. I guess we're running a bit early, so I'm gonna let you go now, but please take your time going to the cafeteria, alright? No need to rush. That's all. They all slowly start to leave, and then I realize, no, only 2 have actually left. Everyone else is just milling about kind of aimlessly.
Love and peace.
The love and peace. You're all welcome to stick around the classroom if you want.
Thanks. Sup, Akira? Why aren't you with your boyfriend?
I'm about to speak, but then I realize there's nothing I can say with honesty. I know exactly why he's not with Nolan, but I can hardly say that now, can I? How are you spending your lunches with Nolan?
Well, he's apparently working things out with Taylor, privately. No big deal. It's good they're making up. Oh, shit.
Kendall?
I'm sure it's fine. Better that she stops raging so hard over getting dumped, bro. Yeah, 'cause Taylor is totes the type for forgiving. Let me tell you, bro, I would not trust my girlfriend anywhere near her if I did not want some sort of drama clusterfuck. Is that really something you would ever have to worry about? You? Really? WTF, that's totes uncalled for. Guys.
Come on, let's keep it civil here. It's not a big deal. People talk to their exes all the time. It's not something worth getting worked up over. Everyone turns awkwardly quiet as I hope they realize I am right.
Weren't you going to say something?
The conversation never returns, though. Kendall and Akira just turn to occasionally saying something quietly to the other. Charlotte frequently looking like she might have something to say, but then never actually does.
To Mr. Rook, you asshat.
Ariana sits on her own, her attention alternating between her computer and stealing glances at me. I don't think she realizes I notice, so I pretend I don't.
Oh, right.
Everyone seems to be more paying attention to their computers than each other in general. It's the most awkward sight I've seen from an ordinary, very social group.
Let me figure out how to actually say it.
Not for lack of trying, I guess. I eat my lunch patiently, wondering if Akira is actually going to follow through on his plans to strike up conversation. Mercifully, he eventually does.
Hey, sir, I was wondering, have you ever read a novel called Digital Shinigami? It seems like it'd be up your alley.
Digital Shinigami.
Digital Shinigami. I wonder
Never
if this is
heard.
one that exists or not. Let's find out.
I mean, they've all existed so far, haven't they?
Eniko didn't.
Well, right, because that one was in the future, right?
Digital Shinigami, there's a Bleach fanfic. I don't think it's the name of a novel.
Weird. There's a YouTube channel called Digital Shinigami. There's a Bleach fanfic.
Yeah, it's not.
No, I don't think so. Who's it by?
Eriko Yamazaki. Don't know if you've heard of her.
No, can't. Nope. Any relationship? She's some distant cousin?
Nah, my grandmother actually, but she was a really big sci-fi writer in like the 1980s and actually is kind of cool.
Okay, so probably in fictional
Yeah.
universe then, but still awesome. Digital Shinigami, when the 1980s, I wonder if that's like, when did the original Megami Tensei novels come out?
Good question.
Because that's what that kind of reminds me of, is like the original Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei. When was that? Those were in the mid-1980s, yeah. And written by Aya Nishitani. So I wonder if that's a legally distinct. Did you read Charlotte's line?
Oh, I didn't. Wow, I never knew that. That's really cool. For reals, bro. Also, it's a lot like some of the stuff we were reading earlier this year.
You don't say. I'll have to get my outfit then. What's it about?
Well, do you know what a Shinigami is normally?
I don't believe so, no. Is that going to be who's following us?
Lol, here's where Akira turns into the biggest weeaboo ever.
I have absolutely no idea what she just said, but Akira gives her the dirtiest look.
WTF, weeaboo? I'm actually Japanese. You mad, Kendall? Charlotte Gruel is amazed by just how completely incomprehensible conversations between Kendall and Akira turn out.
I don't know. Even if you don't know the slang, that was pretty comprehensible.
You can pick these things up from
You
context.
can get these things up from context.
Haha, lol, remind me again where you were born? Oh my god, STFU, we were having a conversation. Anyway.
Kendall just smirks to herself, clearly having gotten in a very clever insult. If only I knew what the hell it was.
Oh, I am so glad to hear it's not just me. Aw, mans, what was I talking about?
Shinigami.
Oh, right. Anyways, they're a sort of death spirit. Sometimes they just carry your soul to the afterlife, or if you die with regrets, they might try to put them right before they can move on. You know, stuff like that. They're not usually supposed to be that big on the haunting thing, but it happens.
He lied. Lied.
Huh, interesting. So it's kind of like the Grim Reaper. I was thinking more of like a psychopomp, but yeah, right?
I sorta, except you're more likely to get a cute girl in a yukata than a skeleton in a robe. Also, nobody actually believes in the Grim Reaper.
Huh, weird.
Anyway, the book's about a sort of futuristic take on that. You know, modern death spirits now have to cope with technology, that sort of thing. It's totes rad.
He keeps going on, but I get caught up on his original explanation. Sounds just a little bit too familiar. Are we getting gaslit? I'll have to look that up then. Sounds interesting, actually. Make the motions of continuing conversation with him, but my mind is completely elsewhere. Tuesday night. There's nothing more in life that I hate more than marking tests. Even when it's not that many at once, it's just an absolutely excruciating experience. God damn it, I clicked on that and now it went up. The literacy level isn't as bad as some people like to exaggerate it to be.
I was just talking to Nolan, as I'm sure you know. Hope you don't think I'm being too rude here, since it's clearly none of my business, but there were some things about our conversation that jumped out at me, and I really want him to be happy. It seemed like there were some things that he just wasn't quite sure how to bring up with you. Sorry, that's not too presumptuous of me, is it? I know I haven't been the nicest to you. I'm sorry. It really is just jealousy, and I'd like to apologize for that. Taylor, you bitch! Don't you do this! Don't you? No!
Okay, it's fine, bro. I know you don't really have it in for me. I actually really did want to know what you two were talking about. I know things between you two were not so great.
Wish me luck! I'm gonna try talking to Akira. Maybe I can get him to listen to reason.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Crying emoticon.
Man, he's my boyfriend, and even still, I only get like every other word out of his mouth. Yeah, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't understand half the shit that you say.
Neither do I.
We're on the same level.
In our understanding of what I say.
So everything's cool then?
Yeah, everything's cool. What more is there to say?
I was actually curious myself. What was the name of that book you were telling Mr. Rook about the other day?
Any of our students have, like, red eyes? Take warning here.
Nope. None of them
No,
do.
kind of purple.
None of them look like that.
I don't like that her profile is still around. That's, I mean, like, I get it. It's just, like, oh yeah, constant reminder. No. Akira's got purple eyes. Yeah. Kendall's got eyes that are unknowable. The literacy level isn't as bad as some people like to exaggerate it to be, but somehow that doesn't help when you're evaluating answers like, the lady's problems were that marriage was necessary and Cesario's cross-dressing identity mistaken.
Digital Shinigami by Eriko Yamazaki.
God, I just realized if people actually enjoy the novel when I release it later this year, then I'll get to be the cool aunt who wrote a sci-fi novel. When my nibblings grow up, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I get to be that person. Nailed it. Thank you, Taylor. I'm pretty sure that's not a sentence, at least not in any language I speak. How the fuck do you even begin to mark something like that? They're not all that bad.
Responsible for screwing things up between us. I wish I'd let him go sooner instead of just clinging on to him for selfish purposes. It's a very me thing to do. Just talked about him now mostly. It sounds like you two are doing really well. Even if he's obviously not interested in you sexually, at least he finally has a friend again. I was feeling really desperate for one when he traded me for you.
Taylor,
you
shut
bitch!
up!
You bitch!
He just called you his boyfriend.
God damn it.
Thank you. I didn't know you're into those types of stories.
They're not all that bad. Most of them are, actually. Charlotte's answers are at least comprehensible, but that's just because she's writing what I said in class. Verbatim in places. I end up bumping everyone's marks up so much that the class average is a low 80. If everyone's having trouble, then that means it's my fault. No need for them to suffer for that.
Did he say that?
He's a hard boy to coax things out of. Don't worry about it too much if he didn't want to tell you about that. You have to understand he just tries very hard not to be vulnerable, except to the people he's really closest to.
Taylor!
Taylor!
There's a lot you don't know about me, Kendall.
Next morning. All right, I'll be handing back your tests at the end of the period. Class average was about 83, so good work, everyone.
I'm really worried about this whole Taylor x Nolan thing. What do you think? I'd ask Kendall, but she just exaggerates everything. But should I be worried? I don't know. I wish I could help you, but this is a little out of my realm of understanding. I can't say I have any experience with either boys or straight girls. What do you think? Is there really cause for concern?
For the last unit before the independent study and exam review, I'm going to give you something much easier than the last few have been.
Sleepy Kendall is sleepy. Sleepy face.
I know you're all exhausted, so now we're going to be taking a look at some short stories. Specifically, Edgar Allan Poe. Shouldn't take more than half an hour to read the first. Once you're all done, there's a couple questions I'll put up on the board to answer, but they're all very straightforward. This is not going to be strenuous. I let them get to reading. Everything sucks! I don't really have any intention of presenting this as being easy, but given the abysmal test scores, I think I need to restrain myself. They're clearly all struggling. Then copy out the easier questions I prepared last night. That's all I can think about. Maybe this just isn't my week at all. Maybe it's just not their week. The class seems as stressed as I am.
Shitty. Everything is shitty.
Yeah. Well, I never did expect this to be an easy job after all.
What's wrong, bro?
Prep period.
Somehow, when my prep period arrives, I find myself forced into the classroom again. I have got to talk to that teacher who keeps using the office for frivolous things, with absolutely nothing to do.
Just have to bring myself to do something hard. Shit sucks.
God damn it. At least this time, I don't feel bad about spending the entire time checking up on my students' and Me Connect pages. It's not like I have anything better to do. We can check 12chan! Nothing. Although I certainly wonder about the classes they're in right now. I'm pretty sure they should have better things to do. At least I'm not the only one whose class they chat through. Somehow it makes me feel at least a little bit better knowing that.
This is something I really wanted to say in person, but, well, couldn't. Sorry, you deserve better. I've been holding on to you selfishly. I like you so much, but I didn't realize that part of love means letting that person do what makes them truly happy. But you're straight. This can't work. I've been a shitty person for thinking it could, and getting in the way of you and Taylor, just for my own selfish whims. I'm sorry. Really sorry. You should go back with her like you obviously want to. I Fucked up, bro. Sorry. At least forgive me. I just want you to be with who makes you happy.
Fucking hell. Only a little bit, though. It's not really much to feel great about. What the hell's going on here? Next morning. Well, I walk to school as quiet as always. Really grateful that I'm not in the middle of a terribly busy neighborhood. Could just take the quiet side streets all the way there. What the fuck? Did Taylor put you up to this? What's going on? Of course I like you. Where's this coming from? Ugh, never mind. I could see you're ignoring on me. I'm coming over.
What's wrong with Akira? He seems absolutely awful, but I don't know what's up, and he won't say. Is he okay? No idea. He won't tell me either. I hope so, sis. I hope so. It's just not like him.
What the fuck? Stay away from my boyfriend, you crazy bitch! I arrive as early as I normally should. No surprise, the classroom is empty, and I get to clearing up my desk and getting my notes ready for class. Been there only a few minutes when there's a knock on the door. Strange, it's open. It never happens. I turn to look as an unfamiliar woman walks in.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Rook? The office told me I could find him here.
Hello, Miss Yamazaki.
What happened to Akira?
That's me, John, but you have me at a disadvantage.
What?
Her temper seems short. Never mind. How can I help you?
I'm Ichigo Yamazaki. I understand that you're my son's homeroom teacher.
Oh, you're Akira's mother? Yes, that's right.
Maybe you can explain something to me then. Does this school not have a strict policy about bullying?
Yes, of course.
Then maybe you can explain why my son immediately locked himself into his room when he got home last night. And maybe you can explain why I had to deal with his poor boyfriend knocking at our door in tears. Do you just not care about bullying when it's gay students? Is that it, Mr. Rook? Because I am certainly not paying tuition for teachers to be homophobic.
Whoa! No, please, calm down. She's about to accuse me of being homophobic? And I know that Akira broke up with Nolan, but what does that have to do with me? I had no idea. For what it's worth, I thought Akira and Nolan's relationship was extremely healthy and encouraged it. It's a lie, of course. I completely failed to encourage it, but I don't think that's the right thing to say right now. But I'm not responsible for them breaking up. Sorry for both of them, but that's just part of being a teenager. It's not within my control.
Do you know why they broke up, Mr. Rook?
No. This is actually the first time I've heard of it. Think of at least one reason why, but I can't admit to that. She never said anything to him in front of me. He never told me about her messages. As far as I should know, it didn't happen.
Then maybe you should be paying better attention. Akira showed me a series of harassing messages that this girl Taylor had sent. It's completely unacceptable. And yesterday she cornered him at lunch to tell him that, quote, a fag like him could never make Nolan happy, unquote. And that he was being selfish for dating a straight boy. Can you imagine how hurtful that must have been? This is completely unacceptable. What are you going to do about this?
She said, what? Okay, that is most definitely grounds for dealing with her. I'm as shocked as she seems to be. That's absolutely appalling. I never thought Taylor would stoop that low. That's far, far worse than I imagined. At least she was subtle in her messages, but that's appalling. I can't believe she... Miss Yamazaki, you have my utmost assurances that she's not going to go without reprimand. That is not acceptable. I promise you, ma'am, I will straighten her out. We do have a strict anti-bullying policy, and I'm personally shocked and offended by her actions. And that is the truth.
I should hope so. I just want to make it perfectly clear, I don't want to be antagonistic. Akira likes you and says you're a good teacher.
Well, that's nice of him.
But if I ever hear about her doing this to either my boy or Nolan again...
then she'll be expelled. I'll see to it personally. It's not okay. That's the bottom line, Miss Yamazaki.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I have to get to work now, but I'll be keeping up.
Is it our job to enforce that?
You seem decent enough. I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances.
Me too. She turns to leave and I... What do you mean stop her with one more? What's the extra question?
I gotta know. I kind of gotta know.
If it's something creepy, I don't want to do it, but... Wait, Miss Yamazaki? She turns back to face me.
Yes, Mr. Rook?
How are they doing? Is Akira doing better?
I'm glad you asked. They're back together if that's what you mean.
That's actually really reassuring.
Akira was feeling vulnerable, but Nolan, the sweetheart, stayed over all night to make sure he was okay. I think he's doing a lot better now. Nolan was furious, though. He was holding in a lot when he heard what Taylor had said for Akira's sake. He was trying to be brave, but I worry about him.
That is rough. He always seems sensitive about the subject as well.
Oh, so you understand. Well, I think he'll be fine. They're a good influence on each other. Just please deal with Taylor before Nolan makes a rash decision.
I'm about to object, say that it sounds awful threatening. To be honest, if I had someone do that to someone I loved, I would probably do something stupid too. I'm not going to hold it against either, so as long as he doesn't act on it, I will.
Thanks. Goodbye now.
Goodbye. Tough words from me, talking about having her expelled. I have no idea what that process is like, but tuition here isn't exactly cheap. It would probably be very difficult.
Okay, so it's a private school.
Yeah.
That's why there's fancy office.
Yeah, okay.
What? WTF did she do?
Not that Taylor knows that. It's a good threat anyway. I really hope it won't come to testing it. Go back to sit at my desk, trying to get my thoughts back in order. I'm gonna have to deal with Taylor later, of course, but I still do have a class to teach today.
Nothing.
It wasn't nothing. She tried to get back at me by harassing Akira. The fuck? It was fucking horrible. I start to focus on that, reviewing my notes just to be sure as the class slowly comes in.
OMG, it was Taylor. Look at her wall.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the...
Hi, Mr. Rook.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. She goes to sit down without saying another word. I guess she'd probably tell that I'm stressed.
Oh my god, do you know what she actually did? I know Taylor can be bad, but I thought she was above abusing Akira just to get back with his boyfriend.
Can I...
Oh, we missed this. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, because there wasn't a notification for it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, could I please have any contact information on file for Isabella Hart? She's been absent for several days, and I'd like to get a hold of her parents, since I'm very concerned. Thanks, John Rook.
Mr. Rook, I'm sorry, but we don't have any current way of getting a hold of that student's parents at all. The phone number listed on file is marked as being out of date, but we were never able to update the records. Furthermore, that student's tuition is not in good standing. You shouldn't spend any more time worrying about it. It isn't worth the effort.
Okay.
So something was up.
Yep.
Yeah, we've read all the others.
I'm monitoring online bullying. There would be serious repercussions if the students ever found out, thus please be discreet. Okay. Monitoring online bullying. So this is an explicit part of what we're asked to do, is monitor online bullying. But be discreet about it. Eventually, the rest of the class starts to file in, although I'm really only interested in a certain pair who come in at the same time. Wait, Nolan? Akira? Hey, sir.
What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry about the uniform, but it's, Relax. No one cares about the dress code. That's not what I was going to say. Oh. Heard about what happened, and I'm gonna have some very strong words with her, so... Nolan, I know you're probably still angry, but please let me handle it, alright? Fine, you're gonna deal with that, bitch? You can tell he's holding in a lot stronger words than that. He's probably more than a little embarrassed. He wants to be the strong man protecting his boyfriend, I imagine, but it is better if I deal with it. Easy, I'll talk to her, but you have to be calm. And Akira, next time there's something wrong, please tell me right away, alright?
Okay, sir. TY, you're a bro.
You're welcome. I just wish you told me. I would have dealt with it sooner. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that.
TY, sir.
I sit back down at the desk, watching Nolan comfort Akira before they take their seats. Never seen either like that before. I can tell beneath the calmness Nolan's definitely angry. Can't imagine how he must be feeling. Must be the most goddamned emasculating experience possible, and I definitely feel bad for him. It's hard to feel like a man when you've got to get your boyfriend's mother to get your teacher to deal with your problems, but there's no shame there, but I bet he thinks there is. It's gotta be painful. Finally, the entire class arrives and I get ready to start.
Lol, guess not. She's such a fucking waste of air. How can someone be so bitchy?
Before we begin, Taylor?
Is what Nolan's saying true? That's really completely over the line. I know you don't like Akira, but that's no excuse to be a bitch. Didn't you consider Nolan's feelings?
Nolan Strikers loves Akira no matter what some say.
Yes, Mr. Rook?
In my office right after your last class. Is that understood?
Okay.
Good. Now on to the story that you were all supposed to read last night.
Less than 3.
3:55 p.m. That's it for the day. Well, as far as classes go anyway. I wonder how this conversation's gonna go.
Yeah, me too. Could you ease up on Taylor a bit, please? I hate her more than anyone, but I don't really need a dozen posts on her wall talking about what a helpless victim I am. Shifty-eyed face. Okay, bro? Sorry, you're right. I'll stop. I guess that's not helping. I'm just so sorry. You really didn't deserve that. What she did was just unbelievable. Hugs. If there's anything I can do that would be helpful, please let me know. Hugs. Trust me, bro, I will. Right now, I just want to be with my BF, okay? KK. Warning, do not let your boyfriends near Taylor Gibson. She is a horrible bitch and will emotionally abuse them. What the fuck? Crazy bitch.
Basically.
I'm really disappointed. That's really sweet. I'm sorry about Taylor. She was completely over the line.
Was absolutely talking with Taylor about that.
Yeah.
And now Taylor's getting it back too, though, which is now... Still not sure how I'm going to deal with Taylor yet, but I'm definitely going to make it clear she's not to try this sort of bullshit again. Taylor's probably already on her way to my office, but before I go, I should take a break to see if there are any new 12chan posts.
Yeah, as one does. Hey, did you hear? Season 2 of Eniko confirmed.
Honestly, not really looking forward to that. It's gonna star fucking Kimi. Pretty sure the world doesn't need Maho Shoujo magical heartbreaker jerk Kimi-chan.
Bro, I would watch the hell out of that.
Okay, so would I, actually.
But it's totes not going to actually be like that. It's going to be some alternate continuity or something, so it doesn't have to bother to try redeeming Kimi at all. I call bullshit.
Well, how would you possibly redeem Kimi after that big betrayal? She's a great, interesting character, but you kinda can't forgive her for that.
Dunno, lol.
Okay, for serious though, there's gotta be a way. There's always a way.
I don't agree. Some people can just go DIAF forever. Kimi is definitely fucking one of them.
That one I know. What?
For reals, bro. I mean, it would totally take a whole series to make up for that. You can't just have it as an afterthought, but it could be all about her realizing what a horrible person she was and trying to overcome that. That'd be a story I'd want to see.
Also, it's not like it would be inconsistent. That's how it goes in real life. You act like a horrible bitch to everyone, you just have to make up for it and keep going. You don't get a stupid fucking guidance story where everything's great and perfect and awesome again. You learn to grow a fucking pear.
I think I've seen fan art of that.
What?
Kimi growing a pear. It's pretty hot, bro.
Oh, lol, 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 lol.
Where? Oh, lol, 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 lol.
Well, that's enough dawdling from me. Time to go.
Hi, Mr. Rook.
Hello. Why don't you have a seat? She sits down, trembling.
What's this about?
Taylor, don't insult my intelligence. You know exactly what this is about.
Oh. Is this about Akira? What did he tell you? He seemed really upset at me for some reason, like he was blaming me for...
Oh, hell no you don't. I don't even want to hear what ridiculous story she's going to tell. I preempt her deciding on my approach. How should I handle this? We got final boss music up in here too.
Yeah. I feel like angry approach doesn't make things more effective or better.
Yeah, but also we don't want to let her walk all over this. Let's try gentle.
Yeah, my answer would be firm, but that was not one of the two.
Right. There's something wrong here, clearly. I don't know what her problem is, but I should be calm. I'm the mature one here. She's a fucked up 17-year-old girl. Come on. Just admit it. You were a jerk to him. And you were a jerk to him for what, exactly? She stops and sighs, seeming to realize she can't argue her way out.
I wanted Nolan back. Is that really so wrong, Mr. Rook? I like him. I miss him.
It's a funny way of showing you like someone, hurting the boy that they love.
Well, it's not like anything I said was wrong. It'll never work between them. Nolan isn't a fag. I know that. He knows that, but everyone pretends they're this amazing, perfect couple anyway.
Have you considered the possibility that you're wrong, or that it doesn't matter anyway?
I'm not wrong. He's just dating Akira to get back at me. It's not like he's actually gonna fuck him. It's just spite.
I wince. Is she really so self-centered that she believes that? When they broke up, he was reduced to tears. He was devastated. Do you really think that's spite?
Well, of course he cried. That faggy little boy isn't exactly...
Nolan was reduced to tears, not Akira. So that's a funny way of showing spite now, wouldn't you say?
Really?
Really. She goes quiet for a long time. A very long time.
Well, okay, fine. What do I care? It's all about Akira's feelings or Nolan's feelings. You jump right away to defend the fucking men, but you sure don't care about my feelings, do you? Isn't that the wrong way around? No, of course, no one cares about my feelings. No one even thinks about how I feel. Lol, Taylor, stop being a bitch. I'm not allowed to be upset? Nobody ever rushes to defend me. No one ever asks me if I'm okay. I'm popular, I'm friends with everyone, I'm pretty, I go to parties, my life must be great. Fuck my life. Fuck my fucking life. I have one friend, I wear makeup because people made fun of me when I didn't. I go to parties because all I want to do is find one fucking boy, who would actually be there for me when things suck. My life sucks. Oh yeah, I'm popular, everyone always talks about me. What a crazy bitch. But at least they're saying it all the time, right?
She stops to compose herself, and I don't say anything while she does. What can you possibly say to that?
So go ahead, sir. Bitch me out. Tell me how I'm just the worst person, I just hurt others, and you don't care about my feelings. Fine. What's one more?
She waits expectingly. How can I answer that? How do you want to approach it? Again, I don't...
Gentle approach still. Being openly hostile isn't going to help anything.
So how does treating Akira like shit help you with that? I guess that wasn't really gentle after all. I don't fucking care.
Well, I might have had a chance at getting Nolan back. That would have helped. That would have helped a lot.
You'd break both Akira's heart and the heart of the boy you're trying to get back, just for the chance of something impossible happening?
Of course. What do I have to lose? It's not like the other two of those two care about how I feel. Why shouldn't I be the same?
I am speechless. I'm just utterly speechless. I mean, I had to say something, but what is there even to say besides the obvious?
Go on, say it. Everyone says it. Everyone always says it without fail.
That is the most self-centered thing I've ever heard in my life. The world doesn't revolve around you, Taylor.
And there we go. Of course it's self-centered. How can I worry about other people when I can't get my own life right? How's that even possible?
Apologies in advance for this.
And are you retarded, Mr. Rook? Of course the world revolves around me. What else could it possibly revolve around? Everyone says that, and what the fuck? Your world revolves around you, Akira's world fucking revolves around fucking Akira, and my world revolves around me. It's the dumbest possible thing you could say. And yet everyone does. Everyone criticizes me for it. Oh, Taylor, don't be so self-centered, as if it's selfish to care about your own fucking feelings. Of course I care about my own feelings. If I don't, then who will?
She stops ranting for long enough to catch her breath.
Can you tell me? Who else will care about my feelings? Tell me, Mr. Rook, who else? Who else is going to care?
I don't have an answer to her question. How could I possibly answer something like that?
That's what I thought. So maybe it's worth being self-centered. At least one person in this world that revolves around me, should care. I mean, it's...
And finally, she can't hold herself back anymore. And she starts sobbing. I had wondered if this wasn't some bizarre act, but now she's crying, actually crying. There's no doubt, it's real tears. Because she doesn't have, Isabella.
Yep.
She keeps wiping her face, trying to calm herself down, but completely unable to. I sigh. It's the most pitiful sight I've ever seen.
What?
She takes a deep breath.
What should I do? Tell me, what do you think I should do then? How should I change? What should I do differently? What will make everything better and people not always telling me I'm terrible? What should I do?
I have to say something to her. I just desperately want to walk out, let this be someone else's problem, give up on dealing with this crazy teenager, but I can't. I know I can't, but how do you respond to that? What do you say? I can't give her any advice that'll suddenly make things perfect. It doesn't exist. Maybe that's what I should say. It's about all I can. Nothing will make everything better. Nothing will make everything perfect. I can't just give you a single piece of sage advice that makes everything better. I don't know how to get through to you. You just don't seem to get it. All I can say is in order for people to be nice to you, you have to show that you care first.
That's it? That's your advice? Lol, Mr. Rook. Lol, 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 lol.
She starts laughing nervously, or maybe crying. It's impossible to tell.
You think I haven't tried? I've tried everything with Nolan. You have no idea how many times I tried to show that I care. I always apologized. I always admitted I was wrong. I always listened to what he told me. I was always there. I kept my mouth shut when he wanted me to. Kept it open when he wanted me to. I begged to know what I could do to make things work again. I care, Mr. Rook. I fucking well care. I showed it in every way possible, and it wasn't enough. It's never enough. Not with him, not with anyone.
She wipes her tears again, and I'm at a loss. I have to break through to her somehow. It has to be possible. And did you treat him how he wanted to be treated?
Of course I did!
Did you actually treat him how he wanted to? That doesn't mean just apologizing or going down on him or nodding along or begging for a way to prove yourself. It means caring. And it sounds like what he really wanted from you was to just leave him alone. There's a pause.
That's what everyone wants from me. It's always the same. I just should leave everyone alone. Everyone, always. Do I not deserve friends?
I can't. I can't do it. I don't know what to say to you, Taylor. I'm sorry. I cannot get through to you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry your life sucks, and I'm even more sorry you can't seem to understand why. But I don't think I can help you with that. All I can say is it's my job to make sure everyone in the class has a comfortable learning environment, and you're getting in the way of that. I can't tell you how to change your life. All I can tell you is that if you ever interfere with that again, I'm going to have to remove you from the class. And I don't want to do that. So please, just promise me you'll stop abusing your classmates. Can you do that? She gives a long, drawn-out sigh.
Of course you can't. Nobody can. Fuck my life.
She wipes her face again.
But okay, fine. I promise it. It's not like anything else ever works out for me, but, you know, what's one more thing? Is that all? Can I go home now?
That's all. You can go now. She leaves without a single other word. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to make of it. I don't get her. I don't get what the fuck is wrong with her, and I don't know how to help. Would anyone? Was there a better approach that I just didn't think of at all? Or is it just impossible for her? I don't know which answer would be more depressing.
That night.
Well, that sucked.
Yeah?
But also, he's right in that sometimes it's ultimately not his job. He tried a lot to reach out to her, but ultimately that's not what his purpose is in this conversation, right?
Yep.
Been lying in bed for the past hour. Just can't get to sleep at all.
What the fuck? I just heard the whole story. I thought you were just going to talk to him, not be the world's biggest jerk. That was way too cruel, Taylor. I hope you realize that.
I can't tell how much is Ariana legitimately not knowing and how much it's her trying to, cover up after the fact. But then for whose benefit, right? I guess. Unless she knows we're reading her. Every time I started to drift off, all I can think about is just how awful things went today. It's just absolutely awful for everyone. Before I can continue, I really should check those messages. The indicator's blinking to indicate new messages for me.
New messages for me? An email? Tell me, John Rook. She wants to know. Why?
Nanazi?
Yeah, I wonder who that is, huh? Why, John? Why? You could have saved her. You could have stopped her.
Could we have? I feel like we did try to, like, help her out in that moment. What else could we have done? There we go. I should be caught up enough now. Did the mail indicator turn on at some point and I just didn't notice?
We got the sound.
Okay.
I don't think there's the same... Or maybe it does.
Or worse. I get woken up by these creepy, creepy messages. Next lunch. Another weird mix of people in class for lunch today. Not that weird, I suppose.
Yeah, please, bitch me out too. I really wanted another person to do that. That makes me feel very happy. That's what I really need when I'm emotionally needy. Thank you, Ariana, for being a great friend.
Forget it then.
Going to delete any more abusive comments, okay? Just leave me alone if you don't have anything nice to say.
Taylor Gibson has purged her wall. All right. I feel tired and awful. I didn't get much sleep last night in the end.
So, Taylor didn't show up for class. Lol, and not a single fuck was given that day. Oh, come on. I'm not going to defend her, but she has a lot going on. She doesn't deserve that. I'm sorry, but I can't really disagree with Kendall. What she did was just appalling.
Well, I completely agree. Let's not gossip about it, guys. It's been dealt with. I don't think what we need is more talking about her behind her back.
Whatevs. Oh,
it
the
does
mail
light
does
up,
darken. Yeah.
but it's subtle.
It's subtle.
Yeah, okay.
Why? Why did you let her die? You could have saved her. Why?
Huh. Okay.
So when do we find out Taylor's dead too?
Is that what? Oh no.
There's still students left, so the game can't end.
We're gonna battle royale our way through this entire class? Fuck. All right, class trial time, everyone. Let's Danganronpa. If this is gonna happen, we might as well be orderly about it.
Danganronpa Let's Play on the channel when?
So legitimate answer to your question is that I haven't played the games because I've been saving them for the channel.
Nice. Okay.
Right. But also they are very, very long.
Yeah.
So it's the kind of thing like when we have room in the schedule for another big commitment game that isn't a series we're already playing through right now. Because we're already playing through all the When They Cry games, Zero Escape games. We finished Signs Gate. So unless we want to start the other Signs Adventure games, like, we could conceivably, but it will happen. It's just not going to be anytime soon, so don't wait up.
All right. Sorry if you say so.
Sleep deprived and what? What the hell's going on with all these messages? Let me Isabella, of course, and I have to wonder, could I have helped her anyway? Or would things have gone just as poorly as they did with Taylor? What the hell is going on here? At least the Taylor thing is explainable. She has fucking problems. What's going on? End of chapter 5.
Normal good stuff going on in this classroom.
Yep. I don't think it'll be much interest, but I have been asked specifically to pass on this message to everyone in my class. The Midwinter Dance this year is going to be held in conjunction with DCTI, a public high school a few blocks away. Apparently, this means they'll be able to afford to make it quite an extravagant affair. It's semi-formal, tickets are $80, and it's on December 7th, which isn't actually midwinter, it's like 2 weeks before. Outstanding. If anyone's interested, let me know. Put the note away, rolling my eyes, as if there's anyone in the class who would care anyway. I figure. None of them really seem like the types for school dances. Moving right on to the homework from last night. Flowers before boys. Interesting. And we'll have to get to that
next time.
Next time. I'm enjoying this so much. Now that we're kind of getting in the crunchy, uncomfortable bits.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's just like, this sucks. This sucks so hard. I want to sit here and revel in how much this sucks. We'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye.
Peace.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.